Do you feel your stress just rise every time your kids do something? And without even knowing what comes next, you're like, no, stop that. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Don't make a mess. And you know it's not helping your kids and you know it's not helping yourself, but you're not exactly sure what to do next. In this video, we're going to talk about how to control your stress based reactions of your kids' behavior. So, hey, I am Joanne Crone. I am the founder of No Guilt Mom, where we are hoping to help you be the role model in your house, living this fulfilled, amazing life instead of the martyr. Welcome to the No Guilt Mom channel. While you're at it, have you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell? That is going to let you know every time I upload a new video. And if you can just hit that like button really quickly, it lets everyone else know about this video. So you're spreading this message throughout the entire world. So let's get into it. These stressful reactions. First of all, every parent has them. And I want to tell you right now, you cannot control them in the moment. Let me repeat that again. You cannot control them in the moment. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that you need to stop right away with those stressful reactions because it's just not possible. Your brain has already built this automatic pathway from seeing something that your kids do right up to reacting. So there is no stopping it in the moment. What there is, however, is looking back and figuring out what the thoughts were you were thinking in the moment. And when you start making that practice a habit, then you're going to realize that you can catch yourself before you react. There are 3 steps to doing that. So let's get into those. Number 1, first, you have to acknowledge the stressful reaction happened. It's all about looking back. If you have an interaction with your child and you know that it didn't leave you feeling the best, like you felt really amped up, you felt like all your muscles tense, maybe you got the headache, maybe you feel it right here in your stomach, you know that it is a stress response. Now, that's going to take some practice to figuring out if you reacted in a stress response way or if it didn't happen. If you're here at this video, I'm guessing you want to contain your stress a little better. So it's acknowledging that was a stress-based response and acknowledge it without shame. It happens to everybody, absolutely everybody. I saw a meme yesterday on social media where it is, we're taught don't cry over spilt milk, but we're not taught don't cry when your child spills over the milk. And I thought that was so descriptive of what is happening here. You're not taught how to react to kids. Kids are extremely stressful creatures. They invite kind of chaos into our lives. They don't mean to, but you need some specific strategies on how to deal with them. And you weren't taught those before. That's why you're here now. You are doing the most and you are going to get this under control. So that's 1, acknowledge the stressful reaction. Step 2 is thinking back to exactly what you were thinking when you had that reaction. There is a process that all of our reactions go through. First, there's something that happens, say your kid spills over the milk, or maybe your kid is starting to rearrange all the games in your game cupboard, like this one right behind me. Oh my gosh, this was such a mess when my kids were toddlers. But maybe they started to do that. That is the action. And then from that action, immediately you think something. That is what I want you to pay attention to. What are you thinking when your child does the thing? Are you thinking something like, oh my gosh, they are just creating another mess for me to clean up? Or, oh, I need to step in here when they're fighting because they need to know they cannot say those mean things to other people. So you really have to figure out your thought because from your thoughts come your emotions. Those emotions of stress, those emotions of anger, those emotions of anxiety, they cause you to feel that way, and then your reaction happens. So maybe it's a stop doing that, or oh my gosh, put that down. It's coming from that emotion of stress. So if you can notice what your thought was, it takes you into the 3rd step, which is changing it to a more helpful thought. In regards to, say, the game shelf being reorganized by a child, instead of jumping in really quickly, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, this is another mess I'm going to clean up, Here, try this thought on. Okay, they're only taking out one game right now. I'm just going to sit back and watch what happens. That automatically, notice the feeling it brings you. It brings you this spaciousness. It brings you this like thought that you don't have to act right away. So this calmness comes over your body. And that calmness is going to reflect itself in your reaction. Or say you have two kids fighting with each other. Instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I have to tell them right away that they cannot say those things, think to yourself, okay, we've had this conversation before. Let me see how they try to resolve this. Again, it brings that weight in. It brings that idea that you don't have to act right away. And so you're not going to jump in there. So that is the 3-step process for how to control those reactions. First, you have to acknowledge that it's a stressful reaction in the first place. Know that you are not alone in that. So many other parents experience the exact same thing. Second, you have to notice what you're thinking. What is leading to that stressful reaction? What thought do you need to replace? And third, practice changing it up with a different thought. Now, remember, I told you this does not happen right away. It's really great journaling practice to do that. It's why all of our balance members in phase 2 of our balance program, in the habits section, we teach you how to journal. We teach you how to get those thoughts on paper and also how to get that self-compassion into your life. I'm going to put a link to balance right down there in the show notes. Go and check it out. And if you want my free checklist, it's called the Stop Doing Checklist. It is all these things not to add to your to-do list, actually to take away from your to-do list. You're going to want it. The link is right down below. Get it right there. And until next time, remember, the best mom's a happy mom. Take care of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.